Hey YouTube, this is Foslock coming at you with some iPod updates. So, most recently I decided to ditch the jailbroken firmware and go to 2.0.2, which is the newest Apple firmware. And I paid the $10 to get the App Store. It's down there. And I just downloaded all these apps, most of them free. Some of them paid less than $10, maybe even $1 for some of them. So I just wanted to try it how Apple wants its customers to do, or the route that they want people to take instead of jailbreaking their iPod or iPhone. So I can just show you a bunch of these apps. This one is called Enigmo. It's $9.99 on the App Store, and it's made by the same company that made Chrome called Pangea Software. And basically, it's actually a really cool puzzle game that utilizes the iPod's processor, and the 3D graphics are actually really cool in my opinion. And so basically the goal is to get a bunch of these little tools, and you have to put all these drops into the other container, and then it fills up down here, and once you get 40 in, you go to the next level. And it gets a lot more complicated. It gets more different colors and obstacles, and you get a bunch of, this whole bar right here fills up with tools that you can use. And it's basically flaw-free. Haven't seen any glitches or bugs. And as you can see, and you can like move around and zoom in and zoom out. So that's a really good one. There's 50 levels. So I'm only on level 10, and gets really hard. So it's definitely worth the $10, and the replayability is awesome. So next I want to show you Tunnels. This one is free, and so it gives you some options. You can either control it using the touchscreen or the accelerometer by turning it, and there's 4 different levels, and I'll show you on easy. And basically it's kind of like iCopter, but the goal is to move through these tunnels without hitting the walls. And actually it gets really hard. And let's put my name in there. So yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a good time-wasting app. Next one is iDoodle 2 Lite, and whenever an app has Lite after it, it usually means it's like a demo, and it'll be free on the App Store, and then it'll be a real version that will cost $4 or $5 that will have full features. And this one's kind of like Sketches if you have a jailbroken iPod. Just choose the background color, and then you can just kind of draw around. And if you've ever used the Facebook app Graffiti, you can kind of notice that you can change the opacity of the of your pen or whatever. So it's kind of cool. And basically this app's called Scribble, also free. Basically it's the same thing. It just, for me, it seems a little more smooth, and you can make curvier lines. You can also draw on your photos. I don't have any right now, but you can mess with them and stuff. Next one's called Koi Pond. This was $1, or actually 99 cents on the App Store, and it's really cool in my opinion. Definitely some of the best, like not graphics, but like it looks the best of the apps that I've seen. You can drag it around, and actually there's really cool. I can't show you the sound now, but there's a really good sound. It has sounds of if you were actually dragging your finger in the water. And you can change a bunch of the settings, and you can change the color of the water, how many fish there are, how many lily pads there are, and what the sounds that you want. There's birds, wind, frogs, and random insects. And you can turn off the sun if you want. It gets darker and brighter. And I like the sun on so you can see it. And if you hold your finger down in the water, the fish will slowly come to you and just kind of fake nibble at your finger. And if you want, you can shake it, and little bits of fish food will drop by. You can see some right there and some up there, and the fish will go to it, and then be little ripples. For me, I like it because it's pretty relaxing. You can just kind of, if you're bored, you can play around with it. So that's that. And the next app is called Toy Bot. And so this one I just recently downloaded, and I was reading the reviews. It has 4.5 stars on average, and it's actually really well done. It uses the physics engine, and you control it by leaning. It's a platformer, and you control it by leaning the iPod or iPhone left and right. It moves pretty slowly, but it's really helpful because when you have to learn how to use them, it helps. So basically in this game, you are kind of like a toy bot, as it's called, and you can launch a little magnet thing and connect to walls and stuff. And you have magnet boots, which I'm not really sure how to use, but if you want to release, you can just tap the screen, and you tap on the metal anywhere to like pull your magnet to it, and then you can let yourself hang and you can swing. Let me get to the better part. You can kind of climb up walls like this. Ooh. You can swing back and forth and get momentum. And then tap it to let go, and then you whee. Yep. So it's really well made, and it's only $4. And people have been saying it's a really long game, so it should be good in those long rides of doing nothing, maybe on the plane or something. So I think actually supposedly we can. Can't make it. But to pause it, you just touch it, and you just multi-touch the screen, and you can get access. The next one's called Cube Runner, and this one's free on the App Store. And I think this is the best time-wasting game. And you just have to avoid the boxes, and I think the levels are randomly generated, or at least most of them. And you have to steer, and the difficulties just make it harder by going faster and adding more boxes. And it's really cool, and it looks really simple, but it's really addicting. Oh, damn. So that's that. That one's free, too, so that's worth it. Next one's called Cowboy. Light, and this is also one of the demos that you can download off the App Store, and there's a full version for free. So the point of this game is basically to create a lasso around meteorites and then drag them in. So all you have to do is tap, draw a circle around them, and then tap them. And sometimes it's hard because you have to make it completely around them. And up there, you only have a certain amount of stuff you can draw with, so that makes it a lot harder. And there's a radar up on the top left that lets you know where the comets are. And every level, there's different things that you can do, and it develops. And this demo only lets you play 4 levels, but I'm sure the real game is packed full of surprises. So the next app is called Spinner, made by Fuel Games, and this one's really cool. It uses the accelerometer really well, and what will happen is the arrow will always point towards the home button down here, as you can see, and you have to turn the iPod or iPhone to get it through the level. So like for this one, you have to turn it like this, and it's really cool because yeah, it's like the level is staying absolute, and your iPod is showing like the view relative to the little ball. So it's kind of like you're looking through a window, and you just turn it when you have to, like this. Yeah, and it gets really hard and levels get really complicated. So that's really fun. This was free, so go and download it if you can. The next one is called Aurora Falls, and this is the first app I downloaded. It's kind of like an RPG, but the only really gameplay is kind of like a there we go. Okay, so the gameplay is basically just one of these games where you have to get the blocks and then line them up with like the similar attributes or whatever. There's fire, a moon, a little leaf, and some wind. And the really cool thing is you can turn the iPod and then like drag them. You can only drag them horizontally, but if you want, you can turn it, and then you can even turn it all the way upside down and let them fall. And so there's really you're never limited, and there's always a way you can like create a combo. And then every time you get a 3 in a row or 4 in a row, you get those resources up here, and then you can go buy building plans or whatever to get abilities to let you get more, get them faster, and like slow down time and get explosives and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's not really complicated, but it's free, and yeah, I enjoy it. Yep, thanks for watching, and post your comments